Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Varun Chopra, and today I'm here to discuss some things that you should do and you shouldn't do on the day of the GRE. These things are not related to the subject, are very general things, but trust me, these are as important as the things that might be relevant to the subject. And without any further ado, let's get started. So let's start with the things that you should do on the day of the GRE or a day before GRE. First thing that comes to our mind is sleep well. There's no alternative to a good sleep, because GRE is the kind of exam wherein you need your mind to function at its optimum capability with its full efficiency. So don't forget to sleep well. It will be highly conducive. Second thing is, don't forget your passport, the original passport, and a hard copy of your appointment letter, because you never know whether they'll accept the soft copy of the appointment letter or not. So don't forget these two things. These are imperative when you appear for the exam. The next thing that you should do is take someone with you while traveling to the center, because this 30-minute journey to the center, or this 10-minute or this 1-hour journey to the center is very crucial to the mindset that you'll be having during the exam. I've seen people traveling alone through the center, having a nervous breakdown, and getting anxious before the exam and screwing up the exam. So take someone with you. It'll distract your mind, it'll lighten up things for you, and it'll help you perform better in the exam. Coming to the next tip that will help you during the exam is that carry some food items. And I would recommend carrying something that contains glucose, perhaps a chocolate or chocolate biscuit or any kind of biscuit that contains glucose, because this 10-minute break will be given to you after you're done with the AWA section and a couple of sections out of the 5 sections that are given to you in the exam. So you have another 3 sections to go through after you're done with this 10 minutes break. So this small dosage of glucose will help you a lot, because you'll already be exhausted and the next 3 sections will be equally grueling. So don't forget to carry something to eat that contains glucose. That is my recommendation. And carry something light, because if you carry something heavy, it'll make you drowsy during the exam, and I'm sure you don't want that. Coming to the next tip, which is perhaps specific to the quantitative section, because I've hardly seen anyone using the rough sheets that are given to you for the verbal section. You'll be given as many rough sheets as you want in the examination center, but there's a catch here. Once you ask for a new set of rough sheets, you have to hand over the previous set of rough sheets that you've had. So any kind of calculations that you've done on those rough sheets will not be there with you once you submit those rough sheets to the invigilator. So make sure that you don't need those calculations for any question that you've left unmarked or for any purpose later in the exam, because you won't get them back. So coming to a very important tip that you have to keep in mind, use headphones. The headphones are kept there for your usage, so make the best use of them. Don't forget to put them on, because it will be really helpful if you do that, especially in the AWA section when the people around you would be rigorously typing on the keyboard, which will be very distracting for you, and it will make it much more difficult for you to focus on your own AWA section. And there could be a scenario when you are done with your AWA section but others are not. They might start 5 minutes late because the checking and all, the security check took them longer than what it took for you. So in that case, the headphones come in very handy. So don't forget to make the best use of them. They are a boon for the exam. Now, coming to the last thing that you should do, and this also happens at the end of the exam, do not forget to submit your scores. You'll be given 2 buttons. One would be to cancel your score and the other one would be to submit your score. Don't forget to click on the one that is required for submitting your scores, unless you deliberately want to scratch your scores if you're not scored well. So keep that in mind, and once you click on that submit button, you'll be asked to enter 5 universities to which you'll be allowed to send your scores for free. Yes, for free. Because if you don't do that now, the next scores that you send to other universities will be chargeable. It costs you around 2,000 rupees or $25, as much as I remember. So make the best use of this opportunity. Send it to 5 universities that you already think that you're aiming for, that you want to go for. So use this opportunity to send the scores. Now, coming to things that you shouldn't be doing, to start with, and this is a very obvious one, don't panic. GRE is an exam wherein you need to remain as calm as possible and concentrate as much as possible. So don't panic. there's nothing that you can't handle if you've worked hard, if you've studied well, if you've prepared well for the exam, and you lace through it. Just remain calm. I've seen a lot of people, screwing up their exam just because they panic during the exam. It's not the end of the world. You could give it again, which I hope you don't have to. But if it helps you during the exam, knowing the fact that you can give it again, think about it and remain calm. Coming to when you reach the center, I would say do not study at the last moment. Do not have hand notes, do not revise formulas, do not revise word meanings, because it'll only be a bit of a panic for you before the exam, because you cannot revise everything on the last minute. And if you've prepared well, if you've worked hard, there's nothing that won't work out for you during the exam, and there's nothing that you can do on the last minute. Mugging on word meanings will not help you in the last minute. If you know how things work out, things will work out for you during the exam as well. Coming to the next thing that you shouldn't do is do not drink a lot of water, because if you drink a lot of water during or before the exam, you'll be wasting time using the washroom, because there are only 1 minute gaps between the sections, apart from the 10-minute break that you get after completing the AWA and a couple of other sections. So you don't have much time in between the sections or during the exam to waste, because if you go to the washroom, the timer won't stop for you. You'll end up losing on time. So don't drink too much water. Stay hydrated, but don't overhydrate yourself. Now, coming to the next tip, women can wear light ornaments like, light earrings or, some rings or something. But to men, I would recommend don't wear anything, because it will only create hassle for you. Don't even wear this kada that I've gotten from Gurudwara, and you might have also gotten it from somewhere, some temple. So don't wear this. It will only create a hassle for you. You're not allowed to wear these things inside. So there's no point in carrying them to the exam. Now, coming to a very important tip, which is also very obvious, is that do not argue or be rude to the invigilator, because, my friend, these invigilators have this power that they might use to their advantage, that they can cancel your scores even after you submit the score. So do not be rude to the invigilator, even if you think the invigilator is being rude to you or doing something wrong. Be polite to them, be soft spoken, tell them that this is the issue, and I'm sure you'll work things out. Coming to the last thing that you shouldn't do, which is very important and again very, very obvious, do not use any malpractice. Do not cheat in any way, because if you're caught, then you'll be barred from the exam for 5 years or something, and you're also blacklisted to the universities that accept GRE as a standardized test. I would say don't do anything that gets you into trouble, and if you keep these things in mind, if you follow these do's and don'ts, then I'm sure you'll ace through the exam. And I hope you found this video conducive. अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो प्लीज़ लाइक करें, अगर बहुत अच्छी लगी तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. And that's all from my side. This is VC signing off.